So normally I would be in class right now, but instead I'm here. And normally I would be in class right now, but instead I'm here at the psychiatrist's office because that's fun. $150 an hour.
Care for this record. I'm certainly not, you know. out is a cool little playlist that we pulled together.
Okay. So, my name is Andrew Pate, and I have been diagnosed with social anxiety disorder. And so, basically, for my intentions of this video is to sort of take the viewer through like a day of what it's like with someone who has social anxiety disorder. So to start off with, I usually wake up really tired, just from, I do have trouble sleeping for, I don't know if I should get into that later. So to start off with, a lot of times I have to wake up pretty early, like with a good amount of time before I'm supposed to be somewhere. And I'm usually still late even if I do manage to get up early. And what will happen is, even if I have like some time before I'm supposed to go out, then I'll probably start like overthinking and freaking out about my appearance. So I could spend like an unnecessary amount of time like trying to comb my hair or whatever and make sure I look just right, even though I know the second I step outside, like the wind's gonna blow the wrong way or something and mess it all up. So after that, I'm usually in a rush to get wherever I'm going. For this video, when I'm heading to class, walking to class, there's a lot of people that I pass, and I know it's irrational, but I can't really control it. It's just, but it feels like everybody is like that I'm passing is just like noticing me and making negative judgments about me. And I know that that's not necessarily true, but it's hard to not think about. So on top of being late, walking to class, at least I'll probably take not the most direct route. So that adds time. I guess on the bright side, since usually a decent student, my teachers usually don't seem to be too upset that I'm always late and kind of just get used to it. When in class, it's like some classes are better than others, but the ones where I have to interact, like where participation is a thing, which participation is terrible, it's pretty much counting down the clock, and even if the teacher's like, you gotta participate if you want to get an A, well, it's like, guess I'm not getting an A or whatever. So yeah, so it's kind of waiting for it to end, and so I can sort of rush out of there. And then even if I only have like a 15-minute break in between classes, I'll still come back to my room and then just kind of pass out, or not pass out, but just lay down for a second and take a breather. So I guess after let's see, where should I go next? So one of the classes that I have this semester is a foreign language class that I took out of interest, and I now see that was a mistake, because I feel like I can learn it pretty good maybe, and I do like a lot of the written stuff good, but that is a class basically entirely based on participation and speaking out loud, and even like if I know what to say, it's hard to say it. And the teacher often invites like guests to our Russian class, and I'm supposed to speak to them, and I've been called on, and I literally just freeze up and have no idea what to say. And I'm actually supposed to go to an event today, which is like that, where I speak to different like fluent Russian people but yeah, screw that. I'm not going to do that. I can't talk to them in English. Why would I be able to talk to them in Russian? Which is terrible, but it's kind of how that is. I guess some other, after school, I have to have a job to pay for school, so lucky me, I get to work in customer service, which means constantly being around people. And I kind of get used to it because I'd stop viewing the customers really as decent people. And I really judge them negatively, so then I guess that helps me in a way from being anxious, and it also helps recently I stopped having to run a cash register, because that's what I am. I'm a cashier. I stopped having to do that as much, so luckily I've been able to cut down on actual customer interaction in customer service. I guess another thing that's really, it seems really stupid, although every time I say it's stupid, I'm told and nothing's stupid. So simple tasks like even getting something like dinner at night can be a pain, because if I go to a restaurant, I don't know why, but well, I hate like going through drive-thrus, and I think it's because I used to work in a drive-thru, and I know that there's a good chance the people inside are judging you and making fun of you, like my coworkers did at least, and I just prefer to go inside, and I feel like there's less pressure on that. But just going to different places in general, it's really tough. Like, I might want to try something new, but for some reason I feel like I'm going to screw up, so I'll just get like the same thing every time. Then at night, one reason that I'm really tired the next day, and is because at night, one reason that I end up really so during the day I can end up really tired, and it's because the night before, probably not, I mean definitely not related to anxiety, I just have trouble getting in bed, but then once I do get in bed, I sometimes I get like this really weird feeling, like when I'm about to go to sleep, that something's like leaning on the bed, or even that something pushes me, and it's really scary, even though I do not believe in ghosts at all. And I've actually been told that that's anxiety related, and so that just sucks, because like I'll be really tired and trying to go to sleep, and then that happens, and then I'm freaked the hell out, and so I'm just trying to now like go to sleep but not shut my eyes, which is impossible, so then I end up staying up. And then correlating with that, during the day, like a lot of times I'll take naps, and even those can suck sometimes, because like I guess because I'm so sleep deprived, I guess I experience sleep paralysis, which I don't really think it's scary looking at it, but in the moment, like where you can't move and it's like being half awake and half asleep, it's very, I don't know, it's kind of frustrating. The whole sleep paralysis thing itself is recently started to go away and get better. The reason that I have social anxiety disorder is because I guess there's a sort of chemical imbalance in my brain, so I've been told, and I've always, like, I haven't always had social anxiety, like, I've always been, like, shy and introverted, but I've always experienced other sort of negative effects, like, I used to be really depressed and stuff, and I've been told, that that's similar, so that's why I've recently been taking the medication or the generic form of Zoloft, which is, I feel like it's starting to help a little bit, but it takes a while to work. Let's see, what else do I need to cover? I guess on top of, one thing that's pretty messed up is it's really not cheap, because on top of everything else that I have, like to pay for school and gas and food and all of that, so I have to, because I'm taking medication, I have to go to a psychiatrist, and because my insurance sucks, it's $150 every time that I go. And so that's not fun, like blowing half of my paycheck on 45 minutes worth of talking to someone. The UNCW does offer a counseling center, but from what I've been told, it's very, for the individual, like it's very hit or miss, which I guess is understandable since it's in a way free. So I guess so. So that's pretty much what it's like. I guess what I want people to take out of this video, I don't want like the viewers to, feel sorry for people who have anxiety, but more to rather empathize with them and sort of relate, because I think it's a pretty widespread problem, and I need to re-say this because I'm saying a lot of ums. I wish I had brought up some statistics. So I guess what I want people to take away from this video is not to sympathize. What I really want people to take away from this video is not to just feel sorry for people with anxiety, but to rather just empathize and sort of recognize that some people do have it and it really affects their lives, and this is something they have to deal with, and just sort of be aware and understanding of the problem. The end, I guess. Is there anything that you think I should cover, Jarious?
Nothing I can think of.
Oh, okay. Don't judge me. It's really good.